Hello friends and welcome. As we do every year, we're going to quickly go over the things in this year's compendium for TI to decide if it's worth it to spend your money. You don't have to spend any money. It's all free this year. All free. This video is just for the people who don't really play Dota anymore, but you still watch the videos because you like keeping up. You guys are the real ones. It's free. So if you want to come back into Dota, just like click some buttons. You might get some free stuff. There you go. I don't think you'll be able to sell it, but maybe. So rewards this year, it'll be based on how many points you earn from fantasy and prediction, which we'll talk about in a second. But my camera barely not blocking it. Every 300 or every 1,000 points you earn, you get 300 Dota Plus shards, whatever. 85th percentile and then higher, you get some different prizes. So Dota Plus, sure. The big thing, the hats, Arcana token. Arcana, these are for all the purchasable ones, so it doesn't have the like Queen of Pain, Wraith King, Wind Ranger, like the old ones that were kind of locked behind certain Battle Pass levels. You can't get those. The ones that aren't, I don't know if they're technically Arcanas, you know, they were like Personas and stuff. So you can't get those, but you can get Arcanas. The ones at the top are the newer ones that are probably a little bit more worth it compared to like old light bulb head Lena, but you know, pick the hero you want because it is free for you if you do score high enough on the fantasy and the predictions. You can still get an Aegis, the physical Aegis. So this year is going to be 150 USD, convert to whatever your region is, plus taxes. This is pretty comparable to last year based on if you buy the like, oh, you got the bonus levels, then you played, won some levels, then you have to pay the rest of the levels. It ended up being around 150 USD, which is actually a lot cheaper than previous years where it was like way high up in the battle pass. And even if you earned a bunch of levels, the Aegis ended up being pretty expensive. So at least compared to last year, they're being pretty consistent on that. And then you might even get it at a discount if you score high enough, and then possibly free, which I think is pretty cool for the people who score high enough. And you don't even have to play, guys. You just come here, prick some buttons, and you might get an Aegis in 3 years arriving at your door. The last thing is the Tyrian Regalias, which I really like the concept of. So it's purple. You get purple to flex on people. These can't be sold if I understood. Yeah, here we go. Can't be traded, marketed, or gifted. So once you get it, you get purple on your items and you get to flex on people. It's bugged, I think, because I don't own this. I clicked around and I looked. I would use this if I had it, but I don't know why it says owned. I have the base item, but I also have some of these other base items, and they don't say it. So I think that's just messed up right now. In theory, you'll pick the one you want from here, which I like that more than previous stuff where it's like you got a random immortal for a hero you didn't have to play, and then it's like, what do I do with this? Now you gotta like sell it, trade it around. It's a hassle. Now you get to actually pick the ones you want, and I think that's good if you play one of these 5 heroes. This little Aegis emote is free, and then the wallpapers, the usuals. There's some nice ones. It's a space galaxy theme, so there's some really good looking ones, which apparently don't want to open for me. Yeah, stuff like this. So all of that you can claim and keep these forever, I believe. So to actually get your points, go over to fantasy and prediction. So it's the same fantasy before, but this time it should actually be even footing. And by that, I mean, there's going to be a Reddit post. I'm sorry, I forget your username right now. They do it every year. It's going to be real in-depth. They're going to tell you which players score the highest, which creep score modifiers and stuff you should aim for. Go for that. And then we all have, I assume, the same amount. Maybe they'll add more stuff as time goes. But since there's no levels to earn, stuff like that, you can't get more extra roll tokens. Whoever ends up luckiest on this stuff and then picks the right players by chance, by guesstimation, you could end up scoring real high and getting the prizes we just talked about. So I won't have a bunch of info on that because really I would just tell you guys to just keep your eye on the Dota 2 subreddit, and a super detailed post will go in there and just copy that to the best of your ability. And because most people won't do that and they'll forget to do some of this, there is a very high chance you will score pretty high. But now that it's not paywalled at all, I don't know how high. This is a new grounds for us, but I feel like it should be pretty easy to get like 85th percentile and higher, just because most people aren't going to do this. For predictions, just hop in here, click around, pick your random teams based on whatever you think, and then same thing when this unlocks in 19 days, and you'll have your shot at winning some free hats. The only thing to spend money on this year will be the team bundles, completely optional. If you buy a bundle, you know, let's go to like Liquid, you'll get the sprays, the emotes, and the chat wheel and the loading screens. Those are permanent, as it says up here, and then all the other perks will expire, but I mean, the other perks aren't such like a big deal. So pick your favorite teams based on, you know, what loading screens you want, voice lines, all that stuff. The teams will get 50% of the cut, and then same with the talent. The talent has different voice lines, different stickers in here. They're all going to be here if you want to spend your money. I'm in the game, guys! I have not been able to talk about this because they hadn't announced it yet, but this is absolutely surreal to me, guys, for playing this game, for all the time I have spent on this stuff, to now be in the actual game. I am a sticker, voice lines. I'm in here. It is insane. This guy is in Dota 2. Hello there, and welcome to my guide on how to play the position. This guy is in Dota 2. I made this video with Paint and PowerPoint. It was garbage. This guy's in Dota 2 as a sticker! I'm not here to go full sob story or anything, but I do just want to quickly say how surreal it is for me right now to be here. It's a real milestone in this whole thing that I never would have gotten to without all of you. Thank you so much for whatever you have done to support me through watching videos, commenting, liking, all that stuff. I know it's cheesy, but it's really true. It really has helped me to make it to this point, either because it helps the algorithm and whatever, or financially. You guys literally donate to let me do this. I quit my job to attempt all of this, to just leaving positive comments, because this is a grind. Let me tell you guys, like, doing all this stuff is a grind, and Dota can wear at you. But then one of you guys will just say something like, hey, this really helped me, you know, just something as similar to that. It was a lot of motivation, and to be here now finally is still kind of blowing my mind. I also recognize, guys, I've been slacking on the YouTube videos. I apologize for that. It's been a lot. It's been the casting, the streaming, the everything. It's been a lot, but it all feels really worth it at this moment for this. Like, the game that I have spent over 10,000 hours in, probably 20,000 between videos, streams, watching it, thinking about it, right? To now be in the game is just crazy. It's crazy to me. So again, thank you so much, because all of this, to me, to chasing my own dreams and everything, would not have been possible without all of you. Just again, clicking videos, watching anything, the nice comments, no matter how small, no matter how large. I am immensely grateful to all of you for helping me to reach this point. For just a small payment of $20, you too can have a signed copy. I'm kidding, unless... Kidding, again, seriously, that voice line is over here. That one's not mine. Mine is down here, that you can keep forever. Personally, I'm a big fan of all this being free and only the paid stuff completely optional. I know some people miss the old Battle Pass. I get it. There are elements to that I miss too, but I really didn't like the FOMO frenzy of, hey, you have a couple months, spend hundreds of hours, hundreds of dollars, or you're never going to see this stuff again. Like, sure, there's kind of a specialness to that, but it also sucks for anyone who's busy, who can't financially afford that stuff, and it's just like gone forever. So I didn't really like it. I really prefer this like free, fun, just play the game, be part of it, and you know, you get some free hats, and then they do the special events. So they still have Crownfall. If you guys forgot, this was totally free. There were some paid elements to unlock, like bonus side stories, but otherwise there were like fun mini games in here. I love Nest of Thorns. I know it's not the same as like Aghanim's Labyrinth and stuff like that. I hope they do more of that, but I don't think that has to be Battle Pass. I think it can be broken off in things like this. And if you're like, oh, I don't get to dump my money in, I mean, the store is still here. It still had 2 Arcanas. It had a bunch of treasures you can spend your money on. So, I mean, if you miss any of this stuff, it's still there. So personally, I prefer this like very simplified compendium plus an event story and game mode with, you know, just off-season non-TI. I know that breaks up the hype, but personally, I prefer that. Would love to hear your opinions if you want to share them down in the comment. I know not everyone's going to share that feeling, but that's the way Dota's going. That's it. And again, thank you so much, guys. I am in the game. I'm in the game. It's crazy.